home buyer webinar. This is your host, Jerry Torres, and we are just about to get started. So if you please give me less than 1 minute, I am just finishing up setting up some things on my end, and we are going to get started. So I am super excited to be with you tonight. This webinar is designed to give you lots of good information, lots of good content to put you on the right path towards home ownership. So we're gonna get started just right now. Okay, that is me, Jerry Torres. Hi. All right. So let's get down to the nitty gritty, to the content. Welcome again. Thank you for being here with me tonight. This webinar is for you. If you're looking to buy or refinance a house today or in the future and you just don't know where to start, this webinar is for you guys. If you want to buy a house and you don't think you have enough money to cover the down payment, stay tuned, stay in your seat, and I'm going to show you a really good way that you can finance the majority of the closing costs. So you can come up with little money out of pocket, good or good. This webinar is for you if you want to buy, refinance, or buy an investment house and you don't have income to prove. I'm going to show you a ninja product. Ninja, no income, no job, no problem, as long as you are a truly investor. Okay, specifically, we're going to be learning how to buy a house with 0% down. I'm going to show you how you can finance the majority of the closing costs. I'm going to show you how you can buy a house even if you have no papers, only if you have an ITIN number. This is America. This is the land of opportunity. So if you came to this country to work hard and realize the dream of home ownership, you can do so. I'm going to show you how you can do that. And I'm going to show you how you can receive a free gift, non-payable down payment assistance so that you can buy a house with how much down? Uh-huh. And I'm going to show you at the end of the webinar, if you stay tuned with me, how to claim a $25 Home Depot card. Okay, so there is so much I can show you, I can teach you in 30 minutes. So at the end of the webinar, I'm going to show you how to take it further with us by booking a free, no obligation, 30-minute consultation so that we can answer any specific questions that you might have. I don't like to discuss any public, private information because then it becomes public, right? What stays in the social network stays in the social network, something like that. I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, a little bit about me. I've been in real estate over 16 years. I started my career as a real estate agent. I quickly became the top producer agent in my office thanks to mentoring and education. I've been doing loans for more than 7 years. I've been an investor. I've been a coach. I've been a lot of things in real estate. And now I'm here to serve you, okay, to guide you on the right path so that you can become a homeowner. As you can see, the picture on the left, that was me, brand new. I was like 18 years old, something like that. I am happily married with Yolanda, and I have two beautiful kids that have grown more than what you see in the pictures. I love educating. I'm an educator at heart. I love teaching. I love sharing information. And I started having classes, live classes, and I realized that thanks to technology, I can reach more people by having webinars. So that's why we're here tonight. So there are some benefits to being a homeowner, many benefits. One of them is that you can build equity, force equity. Every time you make a mortgage payment, a good portion of that mortgage payment goes towards the principal. It's like a forced saving. We have been experiencing 6%, 5%, depending on the area, appreciation. So when you borrow money, let's just say that you borrow $500,000. If appreciation continues at 3%, guess what? You're earning 3% in appreciation. Properties continue to go up. This is a great time to buy. Interest rates are still very low. So jump on the wagon and become a homeowner. There are many benefits to being a homeowner. Profit. The good news is when you buy a property, a house that you live on 2 out of 5 years, if you're married, you can earn 500,000 and don't even have to pay a penny to the IRS. If you're single, you can appreciate, you can earn money up to $250,000 and don't pay a dime. Good or good. Tax benefits. Besides equity, forced equity, profit, there are some other tax benefits. And I'm going to ask you to consult with the CPA. But one of the benefits is interest rate deduction. Depending on your situation, on your tax bracket, you might even be able to deduct up to $750,000 in interest alone. Think about it. How can they help you amortize and pay in less in taxes? It could. Again, consult with your CPA. I am not qualified to give you tax or legal advice. Upgrades. Any upgrade when you add square footage to your property, everything that you put in the property, you're increasing something called the cost basis. And when you sell the property, if you were to turn it into an investment house, it would help you reduce the amount of money that you would pay in capital gains tax to your CPA. All right, a lot of people they use buying property as an investment vehicle. It's a great way to invest to build wealth. Actually, 90% of the millionaires in America they have real estate holdings. So if you want to be a millionaire, guess what you have to do? Start accumulating real estate. Good or good? Okay, buying a house could be a scary process. A lot of people don't know where to start. Do I even qualify? Many people they have these, negative thoughts that they think that they cannot qualify to buy a house. Well, I'm here to debunk some of those myths. A lot of people they think they cannot buy a house because they have less than perfect credit. Bad things can happen to good people. So I'm gonna show you that even if you have a 580 FICO, you can buy a house as a first-time home buyer. Good or good? Okay. So who are the key players in the home buying process? Number one, your loan officer. I strongly suggest that before you start looking for properties, you want to make sure that you know your buying power. You want to make sure that you know exactly how much you can afford and what your mortgage payment it'll be so that you don't experience something called payment shock. My name is Jerry Torres. I'm a loan officer. I'm here to help you. My job is to properly pre-qualify you. Once I have you properly pre-qualify you by looking at the whole picture, your financials, your credit, I'm going to give a realtor, someone that you trust, a preferred realtor, something called a pre-qualification letter and a desktop underwritten approval, DEU, so that they know exactly where to show you houses. Again, you need to have a real estate agent in your team. Why? Because number one, it doesn't cost you a penny. When a seller puts the property for sale, they are paying agents to bring the buyers. So it doesn't cost you a penny. And the job of a real estate agent is to protect your assets. They're going to make sure that everything that you're fully protected, there are not shenanigans, that you're actually buying the property from a real homeowner, right? So use a real estate agent. Once that you know that the agent helps you find a property, then you're going to have to talk to the insurance agent to protect your house, your belongings, get a good homeowner's insurance policy. Again, once we find the property or the agent finds the property, we're going to use title and escrow. Which are those? Title is going to ensure that the title of the property belongs to the homeowner. Escrow will ensure that everything is done by the contract. When your agent helps you write the offer, everything is going to be stipulated in the contract, and escrow will make sure that everything is done according to the law. The other super important party is the home inspector. You want to make sure before you buy the house, before you close escrow, that the property is good, that it doesn't have foundation issues, that it doesn't have mold, that the roof is not leaking, because you don't want to have to do more work than what you need to, right? Unless you're okay buying a distressed property for a discount, but that's another story. And the appraiser is another important player in this process because the appraiser will make sure that the property is actually worth what they're selling it for. Okay. All right. So, in a nutshell, the home buying process. Number one, you dream. What is the property that I want? What are my wants and my needs? What do I really need? Do I really need a 4-bedroom or do I need a 3-bedroom? What areas do you want to buy? Are you considering? So you start dreaming up the property. Then I would recommend that you sit down with the real estate agent. The real estate agent is going to show you the inventory based on the areas that you desire. Once you and your agent have narrowed down the areas, then it is my job based on those areas and the sales price that you're considering buying. I'm going to pre-qualify you on the right program. There are some programs specific to the cities, programs specific to California, programs specific to the whole United States. So there are many options available to you. All right. So once you know the area, you're going to be looking at properties with the agent. The agent is going to help you write up the offer for you. And once that offer gets accepted, then my number one job is to coordinate the appraisal to make sure you're buying a property that is actually worth it. And your agent is probably going to be coordinating quickly a termite inspection and a home inspection to ensure you're buying a property with good bones, good or good. If something were to come up in the home inspection, then your agent is in charge of negotiating with the listing agent for any repairs. Now, right now, we're experiencing a little bit of increase in inventory in the market. So what does that even mean to you? If you are a seller and you've been on the sidelines because you didn't want to put your house for sale because you thought you were not going to find a good property for you, stop it. There are a lot of options available for you. And if you are a buyer on the other side of the equation, guess what? There are a lot of properties. There are more properties for sale. Okay, so you're going to have more options in negotiating repairs and also even concessions. What does that even mean? Closing cost assistance, if that were the case. All right, so 5 days prior to close of escrow, you're going to be signing something called the loan docs, okay? Everything is in writing in real estate. You're probably going to be doing what is called a final walkthrough, making sure that the property you're buying is actually still there. And then you're going to close on your house. Good or good? You're going to be a homeowner. Woohoo! All right. There are different types of programs depending on your situation. There are loans called the jumbos. When you're buying a property over 680,000, 705, we have those programs available. We have a good jumbo loan in which you only have to put you have to borrow 95%. You put the difference as a down payment, okay? And the jumbo that we have carries no mortgage insurance. Very good. Then we have the standard FHA. FHA, it's very attractive to first-time home buyers. You can borrow up to 96.5% and you pay the difference as a down payment. It's a very affordable way of buying. If you're willing to borrow only 80%, okay, then conventional might be a good way to go about it. Why? Because you wouldn't have to pay the mortgage insurance. Now, I keep selling mortgage insurance, but just don't let that stop you. Because if your appreciation is more than what you would pay in mortgage insurance, is that a good investment? Uh-huh. That, and on top of all of the tax benefits that you would enjoy, right? So don't let the thought, mortgage insurance. Who cares, Okay, VA. VA is for those of you who have served this country, that have fought for the freedom that we enjoy. Well, you are rewarded by the government with that VA loan. It carries no mortgage insurance, 100% financing. You don't have to put a down payment. And usually the closing cost on VA loans is less than any other type of program available out there. Okay. Now, we also have the reverse mortgages. Reverse mortgages. Reverse mortgages, it's when you have accumulated equity on a property and you are in a situation that you might need to supplement your retirement money. Guess what? You can actually get payments from the mortgage. That's what is called a reverse mortgage. Okay. So talk to us. If you have any questions, again, go to jerrytorres.pro/calendar, book a free 30-minute consultation, and we can answer any specific questions that you may have. Okay, so what if you're a little bit pressed on cash and you don't have the down payment and you buy a house? The answer is yes. There is a program offered by the state of California, by the California Housing Finance Agency. It's called the CalHFA. With this program, you can buy a house, you can get down payment assistance in the form of a silent second. What is a silent second? A silent second is a mortgage that it's silent, you don't have to make a monthly payment to it, and it carries very little interest, 3.5% fixed. It's not compound interest, it's fixed interest. Okay, so you would get a first loan for 96.5 and down payment assistance for 3.5% as a silent second. Now, remember I told you that even if you don't have a lot of money, you can finance a good portion of the closing cost. The call HAFA offers this ability. It comes as a form of a third. This is called the ZIP program, the zero interest program. No interest on the third loan. Again, it's a silent program. You would have to pay it, repay it when you sell or refinance. Okay. So if your FICO is 640, you can get up to 3%. And if your FICO is 660 or above, you can get up to 4%. Call us for details. You can buy a single family residence, condo, planned unit development. This program is not available for duplexes. Okay, so you would have to use another program. All right. Now, some borrowers that work in some specific careers, that they have some careers such as peace officers, sheriff, border patrols, correctional officers, law enforcement, firefighters, school teachers, technicians. I mean, look at the whole list over there. You can receive 3.5% money free. Okay, coming from California, this is called the Golden State Finance Authority program. The good news about this program is you don't have to be a first-time home buyer in order to receive the money. Okay, so if you could be buying a second house, as long as you're intending to occupy this property, you might be able to receive a free gift. Good or good? All right, owner occupied, your FICO has to be 640. You can buy a property using the FHA, VA, conventional. The possibilities are endless. Okay, there are many things to consider when you want to buy a house. Okay, so all the lenders are going to see three factors in you when you want to apply for a mortgage. Number one, they're going to want to see your legal status, especially if you want to obtain down payment assistance. They're going to want to see that you have either a green card um, or that you are a U.S. national. Now, if you only have a work permit, you can still buy. Just be ready to put the down payment, okay, which could be 3.5%. Okay, so what happens to the people that don't have a legal status in this country? Can they buy a house? And the answer is yes. If you only have an 19, you can buy a property, borrow up to 80%. You can buy a house, single family, two to four units. You don't need a social security. You don't need a green card, a 19 letter. That's all you need, or the card. And you can even finance non-warrantable condos. There are a lot of condominiums out there that wouldn't qualify with the FHA program. With this program, you can qualify because this is private money. This is not money that you would typically borrow from banks, okay? So private investors, they want to make a difference in this country by letting those who come to this country and work hard, okay, realize the dream of home ownership. Now, a lot of people might say, but I don't think I have that kind of money for the down payment. But believe it or not, there's people out there that they come to work hard and just, maybe eat beans, okay? Forget about the filet mignon, but save the down payment and realize the dream of home ownership. Good or good? Okay, the second factor all lenders will look into a borrower is income. Once upon a time, in the mortgage lending, you only needed to fog a mirror. That's it, and you will qualify for a mortgage. And that's what fueled the big meltdown in the years of from 2016, 2017, 2008. I'm sorry, 2006, 7, and 8. Okay, so that's not the case anymore. If you want to buy a house, you need to qualify. You need to show the income. If you are an employee, um, lenders will want to see your W-2. If you are a company, if you have a corporation, you are a stockholder. Well, I would want to see the K1s. If you are a landlord, I would want to see the Schedule E, 1099 INT. If you're a private lender or you lend money and you get interest, 1099G. That is, if you go to Vegas and or hit the lotto, guess what? They'll give you 1099G. Or miscellaneous if you work in different types of industries and they give you 1099 miss. Okay, such as a realtor get 1099 MISC. Okay. Overtime, bonuses, second job, seasonal work, retirement, social security, everything helps you qualify. Okay, and if you don't have the income, you can join forces with somebody in your family, buy a duplex, one occupies one, the other one, the other one. The point is, become a homeowner. Now, there is a lot of people out there that they make the money, and don't ask me why or how, but that money, that income doesn't appear anywhere in the income taxes. Well, I am not here to judge you. I am here to give you options and solutions. Okay. So if you cannot prove your income, okay, there is alternatives for you, such as the bank statement loan program. Depending on your situation, we have different types of bank statement loan programs. We have one in which you only have to show me one bank statement, okay? You can borrow up to 75% with that one. One bank statement, all the lenders want to see is that you're putting the money somewhere, right? If it goes under your mattress, sorry, I cannot help you. But we have a 12 month or 24 month. I mean, why would we use 12 or 24? Because the one that gives us the most money, that's the one that the lenders are gonna consider, okay? So I don't need to see your tax returns. You can borrow up to $5 million. Your credit score could be as low as 600. With this loan program, you can borrow up to 90% with the 12 months to the 24 months, okay? No MI, and we can possibly use your business income as well to make you qualified. You could buy an owner occupied, second house, even investment property. And with this loan program, because it's private money, this is not money from the bank, you can buy a property even if you experience foreclosure, short sale, bankruptcy, deed in lieu, okay, within the last 2 years. Very good. You can buy houses, townhouses, and condos. Okay, the third factor is your FICO. Three numbers are going to dictate the amount of the down payment, whether or not you can finance some of the closing costs, is going to dictate how much of an interest rate you're going to have. So, but a lot of people don't understand how the FICO works. So my job is to give you information, good information, not just any information. But 35% of your FICO is composed on your payment history. You want to have a high FICO? Pay your bills on time, okay? The other 30% is how much you owe. My advice is 10% credit utilization. What does that even mean? If you have a line of credit, a credit card with a $10,000 line of credit, my advice is never charge more than $1,000. You can charge up to 30% credit utilization. You would have good credit, but not as good as if you only kept 10%. Now, what is a shortcut? For example, let's just say that something happened to you, you have no more credit. Just find somebody that has a good line of credit to add you to that credit card, and boom, within 30 days or less, you could have a good FICO again. Good or good? Yeah. All right. The other 10% is credit mix. Lenders want to see that you're responsible paying student loans, autos, even, I mean, sometimes they use non-traditional credits such as cell phones, car insurance payments. So they want to see that you are responsible. They have a good blend of debt and that you're paying on time. The other 10% is length of history. The longer you have credit established, the higher your FICO will be, okay? And credit. The older, the better. Very good. Hopefully you're learning something new. Now, what if you have poor credit? You have a 550. Can you buy a house? And the answer is yes. There is a program coming from FHA in which you can buy a house with, they can lend you 90%. Okay, you put the difference. as a down payment, but your FICO can be as low as 550. Okay? So the options are there. The question is, do you really want this? A lot of people, they have fears. They think, well, Jerry, I don't know. My payment is going to be a little bit higher than what I'm paying in rent. And what if I lose the house? What if I lose my job? I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather be a homeowner and go through a financial, you know, times than being renting a property. Because as a homeowner, the foreclosure process takes in California 6 months. So you have 6 months to get your game together, to do something with the property. If the property has equity, you can sell it. If the property has equity, I mean, there's even hard money lenders out there that they don't look at your credit, they look at the equity on the property and they can give you a loan. So you have more options rather than if you were a renter, a tenant. Why? Because as a tenant, if you don't pay, they're going to give you 3 days and they're going to give you a notice, the 3 days notice to pay or quit. And if you don't pay within those 3 days, they're going to start the eviction process. And depending on how behind the court system is, in 30 days or 45 days, you're out. And I don't never suggest that someone goes through the eviction process because now they're going to taint your credit report. And when you want to rent again, guess what? The other landlord is going to say, no, you just went through an eviction process. Repairs. A lot of people say, I don't know, Jerry, I really want to be a homeowner, but I'm not very handy. Me neither. But guess what? If you buy something called home warranty, anytime there is something breaks down in your house, I mean, as long as you pay a minimum deductible, they'll fix it for you. So you don't have to be a handyman to be a homeowner. Okay? Good or good. If you're a handyman, even better. Your payments are too high. Yeah, Jerry, I'm so comfortable. A lot of people, they say, I don't know if I can afford this payment. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I tell you the bank says you can make up to $3,000 a month, that's because you can afford $3,000 a month in your payment or whatever the case might be. Why do I say that? Because banks have lended money to millions and gazillions of people. They know the stats, okay? They know exactly what portion of your mortgage you can pay, what percentage of your income you can pay as a mortgage, be comfortable and not face a hardship when it comes to your mortgage payment. And the other good news is when you buy a house, you're locking your payment for 30 years. Okay? So now, can your rent go up in 30 years? The answer is yes, it could. Okay? Especially if you're not in a rent control area. So payments too high, yes, you might have to sacrifice a little bit, but everything takes a sacrifice and you can get used to it. So to conclude, if you're tired of having a landlord like that, or it could be a tenant, it could be someone that is telling you you have kids, I don't want the kids running around, you're making too much noise, I don't want you hearing that kind of music. If you're tired of that, then it's time to become a homeowner. If you feel you're too cramped in a small place, you need more space to bring your wings, right? You need a walk-in closet for the ladies. I mean, I always endorse walk-in closet, and who cares about the man, right? So if that's the case, it's time to be a homeowner. So again, if you want to have a big yard, if you like to entertain during the holiday season, this is your time. Summer, it's in a couple of months. So if you like barbecuing, if you like the pool, I mean, you have options as a homeowner. As a tenant, you have very limited options. So how can you take it further with us? I mean, our job is to educate. We are educators our heart. We don't consider ourselves salespeople. So if you have any questions regarding the home buying process, any question, there is not such thing as a dumb question, honestly. Go to my website, jerrytorres.pro/calendar, book a 30-minute consultation, no pressure, and we can answer any question regarding the home buying process. For the first 5 people that book a consult right after this webinar will receive a free card as an action taker because we love people when they take action. So again, go to jerrytorres.pro/calendar. My website is secured by a secure socket layer. I mean, meaning, your information is very private and it's not going anywhere. So book your appointment and thank you so much for spending, I don't know, well, how long did I go? 30 minutes? I have no idea. But thank you so much. Book your appointment and let us help you, take you by the hand so that you can become a homeowner. All right? Good or good. Thank you for watching and I look forward to seeing you on the next webinar.